Hi lovely people, welcome back to my tutorial for today. Thank you so much for your support and your love. And please, if this is your first time of stopping by, kindly help us by hitting on that red icon to subscribe. And also touch the notification bell so let all to be the first to be notified whenever I upload a new video. So in the course of today's tutorial, we shall be making use of this Ankara fabric for it, and we shall be making a free sleeveless dress with one step gather at the down part. Okay, so this dress won't be having a zipper at the back, so I go ahead and folding my fabric into 4 equal parts. Okay, so here I will start my measurement from this part. So our measurement will start from this part here. Okay, as you can see, I've make a straight line here. I'll do a straight line where our measurement will be starting from. So the shoulder I'm working with is 15 inches divided by 2 to give us 7.5. I'll mark my 7.5 here. Okay, then I'll mark my 3 inches for our shoulder slope. So here I will take our armhole measurement, and the armhole I'm working with is 17 inches divided by 2 to give us 8.5. But I'll first of all mark my 1 inch for our shoulder slope. Then from that 1 inch, I will take the 8.5 inches. Okay. So at this place, I will make a straight line where our bust measurements will be taking place. Okay, so I'll just draw a straight line here, and I'll connect this line. Then from here, from the 1 inch, I'll connect it to that 3 inches for our shoulder slope. Okay. So here I'll be taking our bust measurement, and the bust we are working with is 37 inches plus 4 inches. You know, this dress is a free dress, so I'll be adding my ease to it before dividing by 4. So for the bust, I'll be adding 4 inches to our actual measurement to give us 41 inches. Then 41 divided by 4 will give us 10.25. So from here, I will take my 10.25, which is here. Then I'll add 2 inches extra for our seam allowance. Okay. Then at the waistline we are working with, how I got this line, just take my half length measurement, which is 15 inches. So from the shoulder, I will take my half length measurement, which is here. So I make a straight line there. So at this place now, I'll be taking the circumference of the waist. So our waist measurement is 32 inches. I added 8 inches extra for ease, making it 40 inches. So 40 divided by 4 will give us 10 inches. Okay, so I'll take my I'll mark my 10 inches here. Then I'll add extra 2 inches for our ease. Okay, so coming down here, from our waistline to our hip line is 9 inches because this is a dress. Okay, so here I'll take my 9 inches. Then at this place, I will take the circumference of the hip, and our hip circumference is 42 inches plus 8 inches to give us 50 inches divided by 4 to give us 12.5. Okay, so here I will take my 12.5 inches, and I'll add extra 2 inches for our seam allowance. Okay, so at this place now, I will check what I have at this hip line, and I have 14.5. Okay, so for the length of our dress, length of those dress is 38 inches, but because I'll be adding a gather down at the down part, I'll be minusing what I'll add for the gather from the main dress. So the length is 38 inches. I'll be using 6 inches for our gather. So that's 6 inches now minus 38 inches to give us 32 inches. So here I will take about 32 inches and I added half an inch for the joining. Okay, so here I have 32 and a half inches, and remember at the hip line we have 14.5, right? So here I will go down by that 14.5. All right, I'll just add half an inch here, making it 15 inches. All right, so here I will just connect. In making of this dress, you can actually not make use of the hip and the waist measurements. You can actually go by making only the use of the bust measurement, and from that bust now, I can equally just take here from this place now. I can go down this way to meet here. Okay, this is what I mean. I can actually go straight from my bust now down to the hip. All right, I'll just make use of those remaining inches here, which is 1 inch. Okay, because this dress is actually for a pregnant woman. All right, so I can decide not to make use of all these measurements here. I will just from this bust measurement, so that it will have a little bit of a shape at the bust area. Then from that bust now, I will go straight, okay, to this hemline part. This is just for enough allowance, okay, so that she won't drop the clothes anytime soon. She can actually use it for getting close to her due period. So I won't be making use of this again. So I'll just from here, I will connect it straight to this down part. So now I will just cut this way. Okay, so coming up to this place, sorry, to the neckline, for the neck volume I'll be using 3.5 inches. All right, then for the neck depth, for the front part I'll be using 4 inches, and for the back I'll be using 2 inches. So from that 2 inches now, I will connect it to the 3.5 inches here, and from this 4 inches now, I will connect it again to this 3.5. All right, so this is what we have. Okay, so I'll just go ahead now and cut out this back. Okay, I've drawn a straight line here to connect it down to this part. So I'll just go ahead now and cut it. But if you're making yours, you can actually impute some measurements here, adding allowance to it, so that when you put it on, it will give you a very nice fitting. Okay, Okay, sorry, before cutting, let's impute our armhole measurement. Sorry, our armhole curve, right? So here, we know we have 8.5 inches, and half of it will give us 4.25. You can actually use your French curve for this, but in the absence of that, if you are using freehand like mine, just from here, do your 1.5 inches at the inner part of this place. This way, just mark 1.5 inches here. So from this half now, connect it to the that 1.5, then from there to the main actual bust measurement. Okay, so just this way to the 1.5, then down to the bust measurement. Okay, okay, so this is what we have. So coming to the shoulder part, because this is a sleeveless dress, I don't want the shoulder to be this wide, so I'm going to reduce it from this side, from the armhole side. Okay, so here I'll come in by 1 inch. Okay, I'll come in by 1 inch, then mark it there. Then from that 1 inch now, I'll curve it again from here this way. Okay, so this thing that I drew here now will be for the front part. So I'll just go ahead now. I'll just go ahead and notch here. Okay, then I'll separate those two. Okay, this is the back. Okay, so this is for my front. Then for the back, remember we won't be adding a zipper at this back part, but I want to add just one button. So I'll make a slit at this center part. I'll make a slit here like 4 inches. Like 4 inches. So I'll be inserting my button at this part. You can actually leave it like this, but if you want it to be this way, if you don't want to add a button or a zip, then you have to adjust the neck. Then go in at the shoulder part, that the volume using 4 inches. Then at the neck you can use 5 inches. Then for the back you use 2 inches. That way it will be easy for you to pull out or take in. So here I will just not open up here, just make a slit here of 4 inches. So I'll be putting my button at this upper part. Okay, remember that we marked 1 inch here. So I'll go ahead and come in this way. Just make as if I'm making a C cut at the back. Okay, So this is for my back. So I'll just go ahead now and cut out the lining for it. Okay. After cutting the lining, I'll use it and tape out the neck part, then close the armhole side. Then I'll close the both side. Okay. I won't be turning the down part, because you know we are still going to add something at the down part of it. So I'll just use my lining. I'll tape the neck, the armhole, then the both side. Then after that, I'll come back and show you. Okay, now I've neatly lined up my dress with the lining. That's the front part and that's the back. And I've also turned it inside out. Okay. So here I don't want the dress to be having the joining to be outside like this. The joining of the shoulder, I don't want it to be outside this way. So I'll just, as I've turned the back part, while the front part it's yet to be torn. So what I would do is to flip this in this way. The back, the dress parts will be facing the dress part of this front. Okay, so I'll just put it in this way. Let the lining face the lining and the dress, the clothes, the main fabric will face the main fabric. Okay, I'll just push it in this way. And just push it in this way to come out to this shoulder. Okay, so this is it. This is the inner one, the back part that I fixed. Okay, so this is the front. So I'll just push it and make sure that the two of them is equal. Okay, then I will do the same thing at the second part of the shoulder. Okay, so like this now. So I'll just make the two of them, I'll just make sure that the two dress is equal. Okay, I'll just make sure that the two dress is equal. Then I'll go to my machine and sew it up this way. And I will do the same thing here. So let me just go to the machine now and do the stitching. Then I'll come out and show you how I will turn it and how it will come out. Okay, I've sewed it up, so I'll just go ahead now and turn it out this way. Okay. Okay, see the inside. Okay, this is what we have. And remember that this is the back place where we'll be inserting our button at this upper part. Okay, so I'll just go ahead now and use the body measurements, just only the bust measurement. Okay, and close up the bust area. Then I will sew it down straight. But coming down here, I will just come down by 7 inches from here. From the bust area, I'll just mark 7 inches. Okay, and from those 7 inches now, I'll mark another 7 inches here. So here I'll be inserting my pocket. I've already cut it out, so I'll just fix it. This is the back place that I sewed, so I'll just from here like this put it this way. I left an opening. As you can see, I did not close it up till the edge. I just left some few openings here. So this way I will sew it up here, then sew this one up to this side. Okay, then after that, and this is all for this. Okay, so now for the down part, remember we might not 6 inches from the length of the dress. Okay, so here I have my width of 6 inches and the length of 128 inches, because you know I'm going to gather it, then fix it at the down part of the dress. Okay, and I've also sew up this edge here. I just use half an inch to do my folding for the down part. Then here I will gather up this place and attach it to the main dress, and that will be all. So I will just come back and show you people how this beautiful dress comes out. Okay, this is the result of our dress. There is the gathered area. And that's the back, that's the bottom. Okay, this is how it looks when on belt. So thank you for watching till the end. To meet in my next class. Don't leave without subscribing. Love you all. Bye.